And hello there. I need to put my progressive glasses on because I can see and unsee. So this is just a group update. What's going on. A couple of people did ask me anything off topic in my DM that I'm going to address. I told them I'd do a live update today, so hopefully they will join us and listen to my answers, because it was kind of like a whole big thing. So yeah, and then I meant, of course, when you go live, you should have everything you need, right? I meant to have a book. I don't have a book. Or let's see. It's probably under there too. It's probably where I can't reach it, of course. Okay, so we'll do it anyway. We'll keep going. So, hi guys. So this is a live to kind of get everybody on track of where the group is going. So if you don't know who I am Sophia Hubbard, founder of Motown Writers Network, and mostly the coordinator of things that's happening behind the scenes. And what else? Oh, I'm an author of over 50 stories of suspense and romance. I do implore you, if you are just a member of this group, to go to our website at motownwriters.com and sign up for updates of everything else. If you're an author interested in being featured, please contact me. If you have sent me a feature and I have not posted, send me another email, because usually if I don't post it, you didn't send something I needed. Hi, Tanita. So if you were a featured author, you applied to be a featured author at motownwriters.com, but your feature hasn't been posted, most likely it's because something was missing in the email. Most times you guys send me those features and they have PDFs attached, which the website clearly states do not attach a PDF. Because if you knew what I had to do to pull that information out and reformat it all over again, it's not worth it anymore, because it was so many coming in, and it's other stuff that I do have to do. And this is free, so you have to make it easy for the other person receiving it. So whenever you do an interview, and this is a tip for if you do an interview or you want someone to post your stuff, make it as easy as possible for the receiver to take it and post it. Do not say, go look on my website or go find the book at Amazon. I'm not doing it. So if I say send me a link, send me the link that I need. Don't tell me, oh, I'm over on Twitter somewhere. I want to know the exact link so I don't have to go find you. Follow directions when you are given something, so then people can really push yourself out. The easier you make it for the receiver to receive your information, the better it is for you to get that promo out. I cannot tell you how many bloggers like come back and say, oh my God, it was so easy to feature you, because you had links, you had all the images in there, you had everything, you know, just bam, bam, bam. And that's how you get featured, is how you present yourself to make it easy for them. Because you got to think, yeah, just because it's free, that doesn't mean they're going to do free work for you. Okay, I promised I'd be good today, so. But so if you were a featured author and you submitted your stuff and you were not featured, please send me an email, or go to motownwriters.com/contact and say, I sent my stuff in, but I was not featured. Can you let me know if there's anything you need? And then I'll go back and I'll find out why you weren't featured. Because usually what I do is I have my assistants or my children go in my email and they go and find what the feature is, and then they'll post it. But if they don't have the criteria that they need, they'll just send me and say, hey, I couldn't post, and then I don't even investigate, because I know if it wasn't there, it wasn't there. So yeah, do that for me. But like I said, if you are a member of just this group, make sure you please subscribe to motownwriters.com, so then you can get all the updates of all the other stuff that we get from libraries when they start opening back up, and people who are looking for speakers and things like that, even online and offline. Just because, the world is closed, that doesn't mean people have stopped reading books. You have to remember that. So people are still looking for guests on their podcasts, guests on their blogs. They're still looking for guests for online workshops and conferences and things like that. So don't just say, hey, since nobody's doing anything, I'm not going to do anything. There's still a lot to do and still a lot to get ahead of. Somebody asked me about KDP so we're going into Ask Me Anything, and Ask Me Anything is usually people send me random questions and I usually come in on Ask Me Anything and update it. So Ask Me Anything, we're going to start with the KDP. Somebody asked me, when they put their book in KDP Select, do you get more money when people buy the book, or do you get more money when people read the book? So for KDP Select, if you don't know, it's an exclusive program by Amazon that states that when you have your book there and people read it, they get paid. The author gets paid per page. So every time they read that book or they flip a page, you get paid. So the encouragement is to write a really good book so people can read to the end. And that's how you make a lot of money from it. If people get the book, not just for free, but they actually read the book. That's how you really are making money, as people go through that book. It's nice when people do read that book. Oh my God, it's really nice. Your royalties are really nice. Even though I'm going to note that KDP, hey Terry, how you doing? Hi Stephanie. Just got off the phone with you. Are you stalking me? But when people, you want to encourage people to read the book. Number one, you do want people to read the book. I do want to note, as of, I believe as of May, it did go down. I think it's 4 cents. Yeah, from 6 to 2. So that's 4 cents. I'm a writer, not a mathematician. Leave me alone. But it went down 4 cents from page counts, page amounts. But it's still nice when people go through that book. So you want to put your, number one, you want to put a thicker book on there. Don't put like a light read. You want to put a thick book on there if you want to make real money. But you can put a lot of light reads. And that's what some authors have done, is put like short stories on their KDP. So readers will quickly go through it and then make a lot of money from those short reads. It does work. I've seen the stats on it, and it does work. And even for mine, I have like a series on there. There's 3 short books, but it's all one huge book. So you have to go, book 1, you read that short one, then you go book 2 and book 3, and then people do read it. And what I do is I encourage it as a tip. You can, I'll have like the first book free sometimes, and then have people get the first book and then buy 2 and 3. Or I've learned if you do a buy 2, get 1 free, that also works. So if you have a 3-book series on a KDP Select and you make the 3rd book free, so they have to buy the first 2 and then they'll end up getting the 3rd book for free. And that really works. And I've even seen where people will go and download that 3rd book, and then later on I'll see people buying, even like a month or so later, start buying books 1 and 2, and then they'll actually start reading book 3. You can actually see the progression in your analytics, and that's really cool. Because I guess since they saw 3 was free, they took it while they had it. And then sometimes they'll wait and see if you're going to put like 1 first. But I always note in my book, and I got this great calendar book this year from, what is it, IRAE 20. She sent out book planners since it was canceled to all the authors, which was really cool. And so like I'll note in my calendar, like if I did like something for free, so then I know I don't do it again for a while. And so I keep it like on a 6-month to a year basis. So I'll note when I did it. So that way, you know, that I know readers are sitting around waiting for the free. Well, it ain't coming too soon for that one. It'll come on another book. But the original question was, do you make more money when they read it or when they buy it? And actually on KDP Select, I make more money when they read the book. And that's why I tell authors, put out your best work and put it up there. And so then people will get it, because there's a lot of people on the KDP Select. And even if they're not on the exclusive reading program for Amazon, they have Prime. So don't forget, when you're sending out saying KDP Unlimited, also put Prime right after it. Because people who have Prime, you do get free books to read. And a lot of authors forget about that. So make sure you are reminding those Prime readers, hey, you can read this book for free because you have Prime. A lot of people got Prime. So make sure you're reminding. So the next question, if you guys got any questions, go ahead and send it out and I'll answer it. I got 15 more minutes because I came in late. The next question was, do you have a suggestion of a good template to help writers define their audience, like a business plan, or at least where you could go to find one? And then she said, if it isn't possible, what would be a good resource to look at to set the beginning on the right path to marketing? I could do it myself, but I'm going to tell you, it's actually, I don't know if anybody knows BadRedHeadMedia? Is it? She has this really awesome book. I'm trying to find, okay, it's BadRedHeadMedia. Not something you would really remember, but she actually has a 30-day book marketing challenge, and usually she'll every once in a while, you got, sometimes if you're really cheap, you can wait till this book come out for free. But I know in 2019, near the end of it, she was giving it away for free because she was coming out with a new edition of it. But it's called the 30-day book marketing challenge, and after this video I'll put a link down. But if you go into Google now and type in BadRedHeadMedia, her book should come up. And it actually, it's a really good book to go through. And it gives you a 30-day. Right now in May, she's doing a nano promo, which is kind of cool because it's like nano, right? But it's called Nano Promo. And every day she sends out like an article to help you learn how to promote, market, whatever you're doing on your author plane to get you a reset for the year, to help you with your book marketing. So it's really cool, and that's what I've been trying to write and follow her articles at the same time. Is really hard because like these are really good articles, but I do implore you to follow her on Twitter because she comes out with some really great material. But also get her 30-day book marketing challenge. It's phenomenal. And she also has a how to best optimize blog posts for search engine optimization. And that not only helps you optimize for your blog post, but also helps you optimize for readers, because she's a fiction author too, and she also promotes fiction authors, so she knows how to get the readers in of that you want. But this one actually serves, even though it says for blog posts, it's good to have because it helps you pinpoint those readers, especially on social media, of how to bring those eyes to you. So I encourage everyone to just follow BadRedHeadMedia. Tell her Sylvia sent you. Good morning, Marilyn. And those for that answer. I do want to note, don't forget, at the end of this month, I am doing a workshop, a fiction workshop, with the lovely Tanita, with the lovely Tanita Johnson, and it's called Plot Twists. And I'll leave that link in the comments, or if Tanita's still listening, she can just drop that link for me. Hi, Jabari. I love seeing your name Like, I think you have like the cutest name. I love that name. But it's called Plot Twist, and it's on May 31st. It's writing an engaging fiction book. So, and that's going to be on Zoom. Hey, Wayne, I miss you. Tell your wife I say hi. So that's going to be May 31st. So you guys go ahead and get your tickets so we can get this all settled, and I can send out resources to all the participants. I'm waiting for it to be sold out so then I can just send out resources so everybody can be all caught up and we get into a workshop and just start learning how to really get our fiction books together, because I know you guys are sitting there saying, hey, how do I fill this empty page? But Tanita and I will be having this workshop, and in this session you will learn fundamentals of chapter breakdowns, creative freedom in fiction, crafting your hero's journey, and a lot more. So, and of course, like I said, you'll get resources. So you can I'll have the link down in the comments so you guys can get that. I should put the link down now. I'm trying to do it without, like, while I'm talking to you. So the third and final question, there was one more question that someone asked me and I couldn't find it. I went on the Ask Me Anything. I don't know if it was in my email or if it was in my thing. She was asking, what are some tips to start over with your writing? You mean like start over, like if you started a book project and then you kind of like didn't like it and then want to start it over? So if it's a fiction project, and we'll start with what I know. Well, even if it's a nonfiction project, what I usually do, if you're trying to start over, or even if you're trying to get, like, if you haven't written in a long time and you know how to write, it's kind of like, yeah, I know how to ride that bike, but I ain't getting on it because I don't know how to ride it right now. So what I usually do, and I have gone through grief and like put stuff down and then came back and said, oh my God, what was this? And I need to start back over. I would literally start with outlining of what I plan on doing. Now, if you're not an outliner, I usually say then visualize what you see in the book. And this, just start writing short sentences about the scenes you would love in this book. But if you're an outliner and you love outlines, then I would literally outline the book, on the 3 arc plot points. So, arc 1, arc 2, arc 3, and then start putting the things that you need in order to get this book going. And especially I like concentrating on the sagging middle. I love to concentrate that because we get so caught up with, especially when we're starting back over and get disheartened about, hey, this book isn't going well. So when I'm doing my outlines or when I'm trying to fix a story, I usually just go into the sagging middle because that's where it's going to slow me down the most. I'm hyped about the beginning and I'm hyped when it gets to the middle because I'm almost at the crap hit the fan, crap hit the fan thing. But then right before that middle, it's this little tiny part we call the sagging middle where it just kind of, it's like a big old pothole and you can get stuck in there. So concentrate on that when you're putting your outline together. But yeah, those are a couple of tips I would do. Start, number 1, outline. If you can't outline, then write at least 5 sentences of things that you see in the book or things that you want in this book. Even if you've written the book and then you're like, hey, I can't get into this book anymore, I think I want to start back over. You write 5 good sentences on it and then concentrate on getting that done, and make yourself like really work. So if you have 5 good sentences, then every week work on sentence 1, work on sentence 2. If it's a nonfiction, you can even jump around, and I always say print everything out to make it real. A lot of people say, I say out of mind, out of sight. So when I work on a project, I literally would print it out and actually put it in something. I have like 3 books around here where I've printed it out. Literally, this is the one I'm writing now. So I actually print it out and then I have a binder. I can open this back up and then add to the end. But literally, I'm writing the book and I'm printing it out as I go because I want to see what I'm doing and my progress of it. Of course, it won't go back up there. But I want to see the progress of what I'm doing. And that's what I do tell people. So that's a second tip. Print it out so you can actually see your progress in it. It makes it real and makes it concrete. The third tip would be a schedule, which I've noted before. So get on schedule to write. It's kind of like starting something new. You really have to push yourself to do it and kind of parent yourself over it. So schedule yourself to write those different outline and different parts of it. The third final question, and y'all made me go over a little. No, I didn't. I got 10 more minutes. So, the third and final, no, that's 5 minutes. Yeah. The third and final question would be, someone asked, how do you get people to come to your website? That's a question, like, that's a magic question. Like you ask a sorcerer. Okay, so how do I get people to come to my website? So I think of social media like breadcrumbs. And I've said this before. Social media should be used like breadcrumbs because you don't want to give Mark Zuckerberg all the money. Like, come on, he has like enough. I know, because I got stock in Facebook. So I know he makes a lot of money because I probably get breadcrumbs from him in the stock. Well, that's nice. But still, you want to draw people away from the social media into where you can control what they see and what they want to buy. So yes, sometimes you should throw, send breadcrumbs over to Amazon, but you don't want Jeff to get all the money too. So you have to make things exclusive, like only at your website. So the first thing, of course, have a great website that people would love to just sit and be there. So don't have music playing really loud, because some people are at work, or some people are at home, or some people go to their site, as soon as they come in. Make sure that your website is mobile friendly and it's responsive. That means if I want to see your website, vertical or horizontal, I can just flip my phone or my tablet and it just instantly responds. Make sure that it loads very fast. Your website should load at least in less than 3 seconds. That means when I click that website link, I should be able to come straight in there. And then on top of that, make sure you are updating your website at least once a week to make it relevant for search engines to find. Because anything after 3 weeks, they really consider you dead on Google. So you want to make sure you're relevant and that you are able to present relevant information. So just start, make sure you have blog posts, make sure you're talking to your readers, interest them, have only website giveaways, have exclusive reads, have exclusive things to do on the website. Encourage them to sign up for newsletters, and newsletters are generate to their email, which generates over to your website. Have it easy for them to buy things from you through the website, even if it's a link to Amazon or it's a link to Barnes and Nobles. Make it so it's an all one-stop shop for you, because that's who they want to support at the time. But if you make it even just a little difficult, if I have to get up and go to my purse for anything, or if I have to think about it, or if I'm waiting for something to load, then it kind of disheartens me from disheart. I can't say that word today, and I don't know why I want to say it. It kind of disenchantment. It's kind of bad for me if I have to work to support you. And that goes back to that free thing again. Don't make people have to work for free. And I know you would love them to work for free, but make it as easy as possible for them to work for free. I don't know if that even works either. So Jabari, did I answer your question? I was waiting for you to respond to see if I answered your question. So I hope I did. And we're going to get out of here. Don't forget, I'm going to leave a link for the plot twist down below, and I'm going to leave a link for Motown Writers and a link for the BadRedHeadMedia. I'm saying this more for me to remember to do this once we get done. And I do want you guys to make sure you sign up for the class. If you can't sign up for the class, then please share the link out. I would love that if you could. And I want to thank you guys for joining us. What am I working on? Someone asked. What am I working on? Okay, so number one, I am working on a live story, which is called He Touched Me, and it's on my website at sophiahubbard.com. Number two, I am trying to podcast out a free book, which is actually a written book I've already done. It's already published, and it's really weird because I'm writing this, I'm podcasting the book out, and people are buying the book. I don't know. That's really crazy. But I'm podcasting it out just to get some podcast fodder out there first, and to practice on me being able to read long passages and still stay upbeat. Yeah, it's really, you want to get practice in. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm practicing during the pandemic enclosure, that I'm practicing on my voice and sounds and things like that. I'm trying not to sound so nasally, and I know I do. I can't help it. I have bad sinuses, so whatever. But I'm working on that. What else am I working on? I'm trying to come out with another story for Karen Dion. She's a New York Times bestselling author, but she also has a free book site, and I'm actually trying to come out with an exclusive story for her free book site. And what else? And I have that post in the Motown Writers Network. And I'm working on our second Saturday, which we're going to have Self-Publishing with Dale as our guest speaker. He's out of Ohio, and he actually was going to drive up here for the summer and do a presentation. He was so cool. But it ended up, of course, we can't. So we're trying to organize and have him as our next guest speaker. I'm really excited because I like how he drops these knowledge bombs. So I'm so excited to have him. I hope we can arrange his schedule. It's become so busy. So I hope we can get him. So cross our fingers and pray that we can. Let me see. And that's all I'm working on pretty much in terms of, doing a occasional book, blog, or podcast that I'm going to be doing. I got one today and one tomorrow, and I think I got about 5 next week. So yeah, I'm doing blog features and sending out my requests. And this is a great time for you guys to actually be sending out those requests to be featured, not just to be reviewed. A lot of us focus on, okay, I just need to get my book reviewed, but ask them for a feature or a spotlight or a book, what is it called? A book blitz. You can ask them for that. Even for like a book that's kind of older, you can still ask them for a spotlight, a feature, or a book blitz that can get you featured on a blog site. And you can also start looking at podcasts. Don't forget, those are really good ways. So don't just sit there and not do anything. That's what frustrates me. And Wayne knows that. I'm trying not to pick on you today, Wayne. I'm trying. But I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to thank my everybody for actually encouraging people to join. I really love that, guys, that you guys, we got so many people to join and get all these invitations at all hours of the night. So I appreciate that. And you guys, let me know if there's anything else. I'll be doing another Ask Me Anything session, of course, for June. So if you guys got any questions, let me know. Don't forget to sign up for the podcast. I mean, not the podcast. Don't forget to sign up for the Plot Twist workshop. I'll leave the link below. I'll leave the link below for the BadRedHeadMedia books. And also, I will leave the link for the, what was one more thing? One more thing, Motown Writers, so you guys can make sure you guys are joined into our mailing list. Well, if you do, you probably should have said something. I knew that's I have to pick on you, Wayne. I do. And it's a loving pick. You got like a a love slap. You're like, yeah, you should say you should thank me. You know, you're welcome. I kill myself. Oh my God. So I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget to go to Motown Writers Network to subscribe. Don't forget to check me out at sophiahubbard.com. And I appreciate you guys' support. And, upcoming, I am going to be working on, putting a database together for exclusive books that are being sold by Motown Writers members. So if you have exclusive reads, it has to be on your site. So start working on your website to be able to sell from your site. You can use, things like PayHip, or, if you have your own website build, you can actually incorporate an e-commerce site in it. So I want it to be able, and I will be checking to make sure it is being sold from your website. So I want you guys to get on that, and by June I'll have a link for a Google Doc where you guys can post it. And if I see anything that is not like to another website, to Jeff Bezos or to Barnes and Nobles or something like that, I'm going to delete the link. So thank you guys. Start working on your website so you guys can leave me a link, and we can all promote this link out to people to encourage to buy Motown Writer books. So yeah, I will see you guys. Bye.